Welcome back to the show, guys. We are here with another episode. California sober, baby. First and foremost, Chakma Namoy. I don't know if I pronounced that right. That's Happy New Year in Vietnamese. Today is currently... Actually, I think it's tomorrow. So today is the 16th. I think it's the 17th. Tomorrow is officially Lunar New Year's. A lot of my Chinese people will call it Chinese New Year. They're not wrong. It is technically the Chinese started it. I'm Vietnamese though, so we like to call it Lunar New Year. There's like this thing where Vietnamese people, they don't like to be like associated with Chinese. There's like this whole thing with like I wouldn't say indoctrination. I guess colonization. It's some bloody history. Someone told me that like the Chinese colonized the Vietnamese for like 1,000 years. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it is actually 1,000 years. I don't know. I read reports of like 100 years. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Anyways, we are here. We are back with another episode. There was no UFC this past weekend. So not much to talk about in terms of fights. I will, however, be just talking about just fight news and stuff. Where are my notes? Just some fight news and stuff, you know. So, sorry, let me move this window here. So yeah, we got a couple things. One of the things, it's just random fight news stuff. Like honestly, but yeah, one of the things I want to get into. Well, I guess, damn, I should have wrote bullet points on the things I was going to talk about. One of the things I'm going to talk about is Viviane Obenauf. She was out here and she lived out here. God, I'm sorry. It's my family. They're like hitting me up because it's Lunar New Year. They're trying to make plans with my mom. Even though my mom's Mexican, she still indulges in the Asian culture. But yeah, the things I want to talk about, Viviane Obenauf, she was a boxer. She had like 3 titles. She recently unalived her husband. I think it was her husband. He was 61. She was 18. Andrei Arlovski, want to talk about him defeating Ben Rothwell via TKO at BKFC Knucklemania. Talk about Mike Perry in the skirmish she got in with Eddie Alvarez. Then I want to talk about some stuff about Jon Jones. He spoke on like that fan who leaked that video of him. A little bit of drama in his life. Zion Clark, the legless BJJ fighter. He just had a karate combat competition. They do jiu-jitsu matches and stuff now. So yeah, he fought dude, what was his name? Volkov Walker. I think his name was Volkov Walker, who had a UFC fight on the last UFC card. I want to talk about Nate Diaz and his possible return to MMA, and yeah, just like that stuff and just random stuff. I'm gonna be doing things a little bit differently. I'm running things just through OBS, and I'm just gonna share my screen. I don't know. I'm gonna try to just do things a little different. I guess kind of like streamer type stuff. I don't know. But yeah, first and foremost, Viviane Obenauf. She was an 18-year-old boxer who unalived her 61-year-old boyfriend. Viviane, she is, like I said, 18 years old. She has 3 world titles, the IBO lightweight title, the IBF super featherweight title, and the IBO featherweight title. She, if I'm not mistaken, let me look this up. If I'm not mistaken, she was out here living in Anaheim. I live in Anaheim, California. It's right by Disneyland, baby. Disneyland. But let me look some stuff up real quick. I do apologize. I'll cut this all out and stuff. But where was I? I feel the rain, feel the rain. Viviane Obenauf. Viviane Obenauf. Let's see. So here, I think you should be able to see my screen. Yes, you can. Wasn't sure if it would change it when I didn't have the window open. Viviane Obenauf. She was a Brazilian-born former professional boxer and an Olympian. She was convicted of unaliving her 60-year-old husband. Oh no, I was in Switzerland. I'm sorry. There's another like boxer chick that killed her, unalived her husband. She was in Anaheim. She, what's the best way I could say it? She separated the head from the body. It was pretty crazy. It was all over the news. But yeah, this crime happened in 2020. Obenauf's husband, identified only as Thomas, due to Swiss privacy laws, was found unalive in their apartment. It's in Interlaken, Switzerland. Is that Interlaken? That sounds like an American word. I don't know. Anyways, reports indicate he was bludgeoned with a baseball bat, sustaining over 19 blows. Wow, pretty crazy. Arrest and trial. Obenauf was arrested in 2020, December 2020. They had evidence, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Appeal and current status. Following an appeal, the Bern High Court upheld the unalive conviction. Gotta take that out. As of February 2024. That's crazy. That's honestly crazy, guys. I don't know. My thoughts on this is, I wonder if you think, okay, she's 18. This dude was 61 years old. I think my guy should have knew something was up, right? I don't know how long she had been boxing for. I wonder if CTE has something to do with that. Probably not though, right? At that age. I don't know. Pretty crazy though. Pretty crazy. Let me see if I can find some pictures of what she looked like, man. Not bad. Pretty crazy. Why's my window all weird? This thing's gonna make me want to sign in. Oh, Viviane Obenauf. All right. Yeah. 61-year-old boyfriend. Yeah, she had 3 titles, man. She wasn't a bad boxer, so pretty crazy. I don't know, man. I feel bad for the husband, but then also it's what are you doing with the 18-year-old freaking girlfriend, man? That's kind of sketchy. Don't get involved in relationships that have that big of a gap. It's never good, right? It's clearly the dude, I don't have his name. I'm curious to see what he looks like, but clearly in a situation like that, it's she's probably with them because of the things he can provide for her. He's probably with her because she's, young and, he just, his inner desires and whatnot. Anyways, that's pretty crazy. There was another one that happened with another chick that was a boxer. She unalived her husband, and he was also old and she was young. But yeah, she separated. I don't know how to say this without getting banned on YouTube, but she the head came off the body. It was crazy. Where's my lighter at, dude? Where the frick is my lighter? Pause. There it is. My lighter, baby. Light it up. Light it up. I normally cut when I'm smoking, so hopefully YouTube doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I gotta cut these videos or this video from when I'm taking a hit to when I'm blowing it. I usually will cut when I'm hitting it and then just jump to where I blow it out because I feel like it helps with the algorithm. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Been raining in California, man. We just started raining. But yes. Next subject. Moving on. Andrei Arlovski defeats Ben Rothwell via TKO at BKFC Knucklemania. He beat cancer for the 3rd time. He gave a pretty good speech. Let me see if I can find the speech. I don't think you guys are gonna get the audio because I don't have this set for audio. Let me see if I can find of the. I don't know. Because YouTube's pretty strict with stuff like that, So I like to do the edits after I record, so that way I'm I'll cut this out. Damn, why is this on the wrong account, dude? This keeps citing me on one of my work accounts. Let's check out these highlights. Dude, BKFC's been coming out pretty sick. BKFC and they've been having some pretty cool fights, man. Let's watch some of these highlights together. Andrei Arlovski, he got into it with Jack Doherty recently. Super interesting. I don't know if you guys know who Jack Doherty is. He's a streamer.
For the BKFC Heavyweight World Title, the champion Ben Rothwell versus Andrei Arlovski.
Audio.
All right, let's toe the ring, guys. Here we go.
Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. The bell, round number 1. Black trunks for the world champion Ben Rothwell. Black and red trunks for Andrei Arlovski. But he continues to come to the inside as he sees entries just like that. On the left hand from Andrei Arlovski. Rothwell still loading up. Round 2.
Oh, he didn't knock him out? I thought he knocked him out.
Spot that's leading to
Nah, he just basically...
a lot of blood.
Oh, dang.
It's the one on the eye.
We have a new world champion. It is Andrei Arlovski.
No cap. So yeah, you know, Andrei Arlovski, it's good to see him in the win column again. It's hard, like, watching these fighters get old because at the end of the day, this is a young man's sport, dude. And like, the older you get, the more damage your body takes, the slower you get, and it becomes harder to put things together. Like, honestly, I noticed a lot of times, like, as you age, it gets harder to pull the trigger and to get those reads from your opponent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it sucks because it's like as you age, you should be getting better at the art. You've been doing it longer. You understand the game better, but it's just your body is just systematically broken down. And it's also like a mental thing. It's like your brain stops processing things as fast as it used to. You become less sharp. The day we were born is the day we start dying, baby. But yeah, Andrei Arlovski is, you know, that's good performance from him, dude. I'm glad that they gave him that fight. Kind of tough because it's like, I know when these big names come into these promotions, sometimes they kind of set them up with fights that they know they can win just because it's like they're trying to get money from the draw and stuff. I don't know. I'm not saying this guy wasn't game or anything, but I don't know, bro. But yeah, next subject, man. Mike Perry gets beat up at BKFC by Eddie Alvarez and his crew, bro. Mike Perry got freaking jumped, bro. It was pretty, and it's funny because BKFC is like kind of Mike Perry's thing, you know. But let me see if I can find this, dude. Let me see it real quick. Let me see it. So I don't know. So Eddie Alvarez said Mike Perry had said something to him. I don't know. That's what the dispute was over. I think they just don't like each other. You know, they're supposed to fight a while ago. I can't remember if it was in BKFC or where, but here we go. So Mike Perry's he's arguing with someone from Eddie Alvarez's team. Oh, he gets pushed by Alvarez, and dude, look, they bring him to the ground. Oh, dude, it's a freaking scrap. That fool looks like Ian Gary. Dude, Mike Perry's down though. You know, he looks like he's been jumped a few times, once or twice. You know, when there was a time in his life where he was using a hard R, and I think it's because he was like 2% black. And I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure that not a lot of people were happy about that. Damn, look at that. Damn, it's still going. Look at Mike Perry. He's cool though. He didn't look like he got too hurt. Oh yeah, he's about it. Look at him go. Squabble up. They just got to fight now. Mike Perry just has to fight out Eddie Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Crazy that it happened at BKFC. That's like Mike Perry's like home turf now. You know what I mean? Eddie Alvarez, I think he's signed to BKFC now. He's a big name too, though. Don't get me wrong, but that's just wild. Tuck and roll, baby. So now, this is what I was thinking too. This is how my mind races now, just because I'm older and I've been just seeing stuff and working on different shows and stuff like that. But I wonder if this was all fabricated. Like, wouldn't it like if you see a Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez card now after this event, I'm gonna probably want to watch it. Like, even if there's like a good UFC card on, like I'm gonna watch just that one fight from BKFC, but just because of this encounter now. And I wonder if, dude, because Mike Perry's a smart guy, bro. He honestly, he knows what's up. He's with the get. He's with the get. He's with it, bro. I'm sorry, I'm high. I'm just rambling. Hard to retain my memories unless I had a long day at work. But Mike Perry, I love the guy, dude. I follow him. I think what's that podcast? Is it Overdogs or something? I'm curious what is the meaning behind all that. But Overdogs podcast, check him out. Mike Perry, baby. BKFC Eddie versus Eddie Alvarez. I feel like that's in the cards now. And yeah, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What else we got going on here? What else do we got? Dude, it's kind of crazy because I feel like not a lot of people stepped in to help Mike Perry. Like, I don't know if he just rolls by himself or something, but or maybe it just was the camera cut out when his people hopped in. But yeah, I didn't see his people jumping in or anything. But yeah, Jon Jones, my man, Jon Jones. You can never stay out of the news for too long, right? I mean, he's the greatest champ the UFC's ever produced, right? Like, Jon Jones. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a fan was speaking with them off camera allegedly, right? But they had those. I think they had the Meta glasses or the Ray-Ban ones. They were recording a conversation with Jon Jones, allegedly unbeknownst to him, and in the recording, Jon Jones talks about how he has severe arthritis and that like he's due for a hip replacement. This fan ended up posting it on social media, and Jon Jones got butthurt, right? But yeah, I think in the conversation, Jon Jones was admitting he had severe arthritis and is due for a hip replacement. The fan released the conversation in secret. Yeah, it was with the Meta glasses. Yeah, I write these notes down. I just forget about them. With the Meta glasses, allegedly, okay. So this is what I'm hearing from someone who knows Jon Jones, right? I can't tell you my sources, baby. You know, Mo be knowing people. This person says that all this was a hoax. Jon Jones fake leaked having arthritis and needing a hip replacement. He's trying to put that out there. So I guess I'm assuming he wants to still fight, and so maybe he wants to do another fight or two, and he wants people to think that he's hurt. I don't know. It's kind of, this seems like a very, I mean, there's a lot of steps to this plan for it to work, you know, but you guys got to really understand Jon Jones. I'm a Jon Jones fan. Personality wise, I'm not the biggest fan of his personality, but I remember Jon Jones's first fight in the UFC, dude. I don't remember who he fought, but I just remember they interviewed him a few days after, because on his way home from the event, he was like in a parking structure and some lady had gotten her purse robbed. And so he went and he basically got the lady's purse back. Like the dude was running by him and he stopped him. I think he beat him up or something. I don't remember. I think he said he clotheslined him or something. Anyways, so that went viral and like the news went and they interviewed him, talked about it and all that. So I remember that, bro. And I was like, damn, Jon Jones, Jon Jones was so different back then, dude. He was just like so humble and stuff, and it's crazy where he's at now, but it is what it is, you know, the money, the power, it happens, you know. And I don't know Jon Jones personally. He might not be a bad guy. I'm just saying that like the person he portrays is like, it's not indicative of who like a martial artist should be and what they should represent. I know it's coming from me, that's funny to say, because it's like, I'm not like that. Like I like to party and use party favors and stuff like that. I'm trying to change, guys. Trust me, I'm a lot better than I used to be. It's kind of crazy when I look back on it. It's like, whoa, bro. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. Jon Jones, I've always been a fan of him. Slowly started disliking his personality. After he defended his title like a few times, I just noticed he started becoming really arrogant and I don't know, man. I don't like that type of stuff. But anyways, that's not, I don't know. I never met him, so I don't know how he is like on a personal level. But back to my point, Jon Jones, he is a systematic person, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, this guy, like, his camps are like super long. I think his camps are like 10 or 12 weeks long. So just from him deciding to fight, dude, I think it's even longer than that, bro. Yeah, I think it's I think it is. Yeah, I think it's like 12 weeks long, dude, his camps. But yeah, and he watches a lot of tape on his opponents, right? One of the things he likes to do is like when he signs a fight with someone, before he even signs the fight, he's already trying to come up with the game plan. He's already talking to his people like, hey, this is a good fight for me. Like, you know, what's a good game plan? Once he signs the fight, he'll be watching tape of his opponent. You know, he's obsessive with it, you know, and that's kind of why he was the champ for so long. People don't see the side of him, you know. I do though, because I freaking love the game, and that's just how I roll, baby. You know, I pay attention to all that stuff. So if you know Jon Jones, it's like you understand how his brain works. Like, he is like a very committed guy. Like, once he applies his mind to something, it's like he just obsesses over it, right? So I can see him really planning a return to the octagon, right? And he's trying to set traps, right? I don't know who's gonna fight. I think now is a good time for him to come back. I guess Cyril Gane again and freaking get the belt. I don't know, dude. He should have fought Tom, man. That was such a, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's the behavior I don't like from Jon Jones. He didn't want to fight Tom. That was a big letdown. And it was when he hit that lady with the car, that was pretty bad. I kind of honestly, like, for me personally, I was like, damn, he just hit some chick with his car. He left her. She was pregnant. And he fled the scene and came back a couple minutes later to collect his party favors and stuff. It was just, I was like, freak, man, Jon Jones. It's hard to get behind someone like that. But anyways, my point being, he's very systematic. It's like, I kind of do believe when people say that this was all a plan, this was all a hoax. But I don't know. It could be also, this could be some freaking mental games. Maybe it's not a hoax. Maybe the fan who recorded him with the meta glasses actually released it unbeknownst to him. And now he's just trying to recover it. He fumbled the ball, and now he's just trying to recover it, right? He's just trying to be like, oh, but actually, I don't know. That's some like, holy crap, bro. You know my man does like freaking hardcore stuff if he thinks like that. He's on the DMT roll. He's taking all the mushrooms. Like if he's doing what I just said, that's crazy. I don't know. I'm still high, so it's hard. I can see him having arthritis, to be honest. It is what it is, right? Next thing I want to bring up, Zion Clark has a jiu-jitsu match in karate combat against Volkov Walker. I don't know if you guys know who Zion Clark is. Zion Clark, I'm not trying to talk smack on him. Like I'm not this type of dude, honestly, but this is just wild to me. And before I even say anything, I do want to say I'm very impressed with this individual and what he's been able to accomplish. And I wish for nothing but good things in his life. But Zion Clark, he's a athlete who is missing like the lower half of his body. I don't know how much he's missing. I know what you guys are thinking. I was thinking the same thing. Does he have his man parts? I Googled things and I mean, okay, when I Google things, I mean, I've been using AI stuff now. So I used Gemini and I asked it that question. And Gemini said that Zion Clark he's never officially made a statement on whether he has his stuff down there, right? But I think he did say something about how he didn't have hips or something, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't remember that. Don't quote me. Maybe he didn't. But I think he did say that. And in my head, I'm thinking like, if you don't have hips, how do you have the whole rest of the lower, like, the other stuff? I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. But here, I'll show you who Zion Clark is right now. Zion Clark, baby. Oh, dude, screw you. They made me agree. MMA hopeful. But yeah, look, that's it. I don't know. Where is it stopping at? I think if it stops here, oh, you can't see the mouse on. I should have left it so you could see the mouse. Yeah. Tough life. He seems like a cool guy though. He's an influencer dude, really athletic. But yeah, he had a BJJ match against Volkov. So let me see if I can get some clips of that. It went exactly how was his name actually even Volkov? I think I didn't even write that. Oh yeah, just Volkov. Valter Walker, not Volkov. I'm sorry, Valter. I was like reading that like that doesn't seem right. My bad, dude. I'm like high like 100% of my life, dude. I'm sorry. So it's like I'm trying to do stuff and think, and it's hard. It's hard, guys. Let's see. Let's check this. Let's see if there's a clip of this round. Yeah, it went exactly how you would think it would gone. Honestly, he's had other matches in the past. I feel like the guys have been pretty nice, and I'm not saying maybe he's skilled. I don't know, but I felt like Valter, he was just like, he just went straight for the kill. Dude, this karate combat card was so sick. I gotta watch this as soon as I'm done with this. Damn. Where's a clip of the roll skis, baby? We want the roll skis. Oh, you know what I need to do? I gotta go to videos. Bam, bam. The roll skis, baby. This is what we want. It's on TikTok. Ooh, I've been on TikTok in a minute. All right, let's check this out. I mean, dude's got no legs. It's like, how do you I mean, I can see it being kind of hard to submit him because you got to probably hold him down in a weird way. And by the way, Valter, I don't think he's had a submission other than a leg submission in like the last like 5 or 6 years. Like this is, I mean, come on, bro. That's hard to watch. But I feel like he was going a little like, let's watch this again. Is that like, there's some stuff they cut out. There's a point where Valter went for like an armbar. And Zion Clark was able to pull it out and stuff. He knows his stuff, but I feel like Valter's trying to be. You think he's going a little bit nicer? Oh, got it in. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he pulled it kind of slow. Let him know what's up. Where's the arm? Let me find that armbar. He went for like an armbar, and Zion Clark was able to pull out of it. I was kind of impressed by that. But. What do you? I mean, what do you guys do, man? I mean, are you gonna roll with the no leg guy? If you don't do it, are you like a douche for not rolling with them? Like, damn, or you're like an ableist or something, right? If you do it though, it's like you win or you gotta lose. You win, just beat a no leg guy. That's kind of rough. You lose, you got beat by a no leg guy. It's kind of hard because you also got to understand Vulture Walker. He's like a trained professional, so he's making money off his fight. So if he were to take a fall in that fight because he was nice and stuff, I'm pretty sure it would still go on. If that's a professional bout, it's still going to go on his record. I guess with jiu-jitsu, it doesn't matter though, because those motherfuckers have like crazy matches. Like if you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament, like one person will have like 8 matches. It's crazy. So I don't know how much one match would have actually mattered. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. Personally, I wouldn't have done it. Sorry, Zan, nothing against you. I just wouldn't have done it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like this feeling I'm getting. Shame, maybe. I don't know if it's shame. Disappointment with myself. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. I'll train with you. I got you. We'll go to Russia. We'll find you a nice cat. Disabled Olympics. Olympics are going on right now, by the way. You know, USA, baby. Yeah, that's gnarly though, dude. Ugh. On to the next subject. Oh, dude. Also, Karate Combat. They had Uriah Hall. Let me show you this Uriah Hall clip real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Uriah Hall fought for Karate Combat. I think he fought for Karate Combat in the past. I could have sworn I seen him. So this is probably like his second fight with them, if I'm not mistaken. He won his fight via spinning back kick, which I thought was super cool, very impressive. I saw a clip of Wing C. Wing C also fought. He won his fight against, I think it was a Muay Thai cat, but Wing C was actually telling him he should do a spinning back kick, and Uriah Hall was like, "Nah, I'm too old. I'm not flexible like that anymore." And then he did it. Impressive, bro. Wing C, huh? You know, for a little bit of did he foreshadow something? Was he able to see the future? Oh, maybe like the tattoo on his head. Yeah, here, I'll show you guys who Wing C is. I don't know if you guys know who Wing C is. So he was a dude that Mighty Mouse was like training for a while. He like kicked him in the head. He's kind of weird, very nerdy. Very nerdy, but whatever. He seems cool. I mean, he seems nice, friendly. He does these weird antics. Look at this. Damn, the edits is hard though. The edits is so hard. It goes with it. So good. He's part of Death Sentence's crew. What is Death Sentence's crew? He has I can't remember, the Death Squad, I think is the name of it, or I don't know. He's part of him. He was like the first member. Yeah, he's zesty. This guy's zesty as hell. He's got a girlfriend though, so he's not all the way zesty. He's just partially zesty. He fights zesty too. This is like his earlier fight. He'd be doing that. Damn, look at that. This could slip though. And this isn't the fight, but I'm just showing you who this guy is. Yep. All right. So what was the Uriah Hall? Yeah. So he told Uriah Hall spinning back kick, and Uriah Hall did it. And it's super impressive. Very, very impressive. Karate Combat, baby. Spinning back kick. Let's see if I can find. Oh, it's freaking making me sign in. Screw you guys. Never signing in. That makes me want to sign in less when you make me sign in, first of all. Oh, here we go. This is a good one, guys. Let me. Let's just refresh this. Make it easier. Oh. Down. Look at that delayed response. Oh, he threw a jab, though. That's good. He's able to keep his wits on him. Oh. Damn. The beginning of the end. Let's see from this angle. Bam! That's so time perfect. You know why that landed so hard is because this dude, this dude in the white, he threw a cross right when Uriah Hall threw that spinning back kick. That's the perfect time to throw. Like a kick attack is when someone throws like a cross and they just have all that exposed. They're crazy. Good stuff. Open something. Force quit. We don't need that, baby. We don't freaking need that stuff, man. Yeah, Uriah Hall. I haven't seen him in a while. Well, I saw him I could have sworn he was at another Karate Combat. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was his second. Let me see. And I think I did read something. UFC 2. Yep. He's 2-0 in karate combat. So yeah, he fought in karate combat before. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was on that karate combat card where, dude, they had this one card that was pretty sick. It was like Muay Thai versus. Oh wait, no, he wasn't on that one. I'm sorry. No, that was someone else. Dude, the karate combat, they had a Muay Thai versus karate event. It was sick. So one of the dudes that represented Muay Thai was Eddie Farrell. I don't know if you guys know who Eddie Fighting Farrell is. I've spoken on him before. I had some friends train with them. He's a legend, dude. That guy, he's Australian, moved out to Thailand, lived there for a long time, was training and fighting. You know, he fought out of Tiger Muay Thai, fought a lot of, I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was training with David Leduc at some point. You know, David Leduc, he's the Lithuanian king. I don't think they like each other though. I don't know. Super cool guy, very kind soul. His wife is also a crazy fighter, Brooke Farrell. They both left freaking Australia together when they were like young in their teens, and they went out to Thailand and just started fighting and living their life. And they built a gym out there for a while, and then they got met. Then their partner kind of screwed them over. They ended up going to Mexico for a while. They opened up a gym called Tulum Muay Thai, and they kind of started spreading Muay Thai on that part of Mexico. I think it was through the WCK. No, it was through, I think it was the WBO or something. But was it? No, it was WBC. Yeah, WBC. Yeah, so they went out there with the WBC, and they started putting on WBC sanctioned fights, which is really cool, you know, in Tulum and all that. They got some people on a WBC belt. It's a cool story, man. But yeah, he was out there. I met him. He came out here for a seminar. He was training with my homie Vinny. Vinny, he was on like 3 episodes ago. Cool guy. But yeah, they had him. Eddie Farrell. He was on that karate combat card representing Muay Thai, and he fought. He fought a guy from out here from Garden Grove. What's that guy's name? Raymond Daniels. He fought Raymond Daniels, and he beat Raymond Daniels, which was crazy because nobody thought he was gonna. Raymond Daniels is really good, dude. But he beat Raymond Daniels because of knees. I think they allowed clenching, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had allowed clenching, and so Eddie just like would clench him a knee, or maybe it was limited clenching. I don't remember, but he beat him with knees. And it was funny because, or not funny, but it was crazy because Eddie told the story about that fight, and he actually got injured and he couldn't throw a right kick like at all. And so he was like, I'm gonna beat him with punches and knees. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we somehow knew about how he got injured. I don't remember. No, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I found out after. But yeah, if you know Eddie Farrell, he's very traditional Muay Thai. So it's like he relies a lot on the kicks. You know, knees and clenching is good too as well. But he's really, he relies a lot on kicking. So that was a good fight. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up, but karate combat. Just going on these tangents, baby. Oh yeah, and also I think I was kind of shocked when they did that fight with Zion Clark and Volta Walker. I put that this is what happens when DEI enters combat sports. That's so messed up, dude. That was so messed up to say. Do I feel that way still? I don't know, maybe, kind of, dude. Yeah, honestly, bro. This dude got no legs, man. How the dude? And he's and he went up against like a legit UFC fighter who legit has submission wins. That's like one of his thing is grappling. I don't know. It's kind of messed up. I mean, I guess it's cool because it's jiu-jitsu, so at least he can't get like CTE or anything. I don't know. It goes on his record though. That kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done talking about that. I'm not gonna bring it up anymore. Sorry. Yeah. Nate Diaz, baby, back in the limelight. Feel sorry for his brother. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but Nick Diaz, he was in rehab in Mexico. He's got stuck out there for a while. I think he's getting released soon, or I think he already got released. Sorry, I gotta write this note real quick because I forgot to put this in. But yeah, Nate Diaz, back in the conversation. He recently did an interview, and he talked about 3 fighters that would make him, he would be willing to come back to fight. Nate Diaz told TMZ Sports, I didn't even know there's such a thing as TMZ Sports, but I'm ready to get back in real action. Diaz told red carpet reporters recently via TMZ Sports, I want to fight either McGregor, so that would be for a trilogy, McGregor 3. I want to fight maybe Dustin Poirier if he stops being such a pussycat. and then maybe Mike Perry. We'll see what happens in the future. I don't know where Mike Perry came from. I don't know. Do they have beef? I'd be down to see. I think they were trying to do a Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz in BKFC, if I'm not mistaken. That would be interesting. I'm down to see that. We should do that one. I'm down to watch. Okay, dude, if I'm Nate Diaz, let's do all 3 fights, baby. Let's do all 3 fights. Let's make a lot of money. We're going to schedule this out for the year. First and foremost, let's do Mike Perry. Let's do Mike Perry first. Let's do that in a BKFC fight, right? Just because it's going to be the easiest to prepare for, right, compared to the other ones I'm going to talk about. Not that Nate Diaz isn't a good fighter or anything. You'll see when I get to what I'm talking about. Let me land. All right, let's land. We're landing. Yeah, we'll do that in BKFC. You just work on boxing and cool. Down with that. And then if I was him later on that year, I would honestly do a McGregor 3, dog. Is it 3? They only fought twice. Yeah, I think that's right. I would do the McGregor 3, bro. Do it in MMA. Yeah, do it in MMA. See what happens. And Dustin Poirier, that'd be a cool fight, but honestly, I'd rather see Dustin Poirier fight Justin Gaethje. I can't have all the fights I want. We can't just... I wish I could just flip my fingers and Nate Diaz is fighting Poirier and then Poirier is fighting Gaethje. I would love that. Gaethje, I would love that, but we can't do all these things. So let's do McGregor. Let's do Mike Perry, BKFC, UFC, and I'm all right with that. Are you guys all right with that? Oops. Wrong slide. But... yeah. The last thing I'm gonna add, I'm gonna try to keep this short. Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez was just released from prison yesterday on February 15th. That's on a Sunday too, by the way. It's a little odd because I do they usually release people on like Sundays? I don't know. But Cain Velasquez, he got released from prison. I don't remember how much time he did, dude. It's been so long. For those of you that don't know, I mean, most of you that watch this should probably already know who Cain Velasquez is and his story, but Cain Velasquez, he should I actually look this up instead of just shooting off the top of my head. I'd be shooting stuff on the top of my head and I get stuff wrong all the time. I'm just gonna we'll just let's just read some of these headlines here just to make it easier. All these pop-ups, darn it. Former UFC champion Cain Velasquez reunites with family after his release from prison for banging his son alleged abuser. Can I say abuser? I don't even freaking know. The 43-year-old was released on parole Sunday from a California state prison after being credited with 1,000. I hate when it does that. It just loaded and went away. 1,283 days served, including time spent in county jail before sentencing and on house arrest. Leading up to his 2024 trial, his agent Mike Fonesca confirmed to ESPN. I'm sorry, I'm reading this from kind of far away. An emotional video captured Velasquez. All right, I don't need it. I want to get more into the case. So basically, what happened was in 2022, Cain Velasquez, he got some information that his son's daycare workers, his son's daycare teachers were inappropriately touching his son, right? Cain Velasquez is that guy. He was that guy was one of the best champions of that division, right? He was fast, he was agile, good wrestling, had decent boxing. He's a mother effer. Why on earth would anyone attempt to harm him or his family? I don't even know. Beyond me, bro. That guy's, I don't know if he just didn't know who Cain was or he just was autistic or something. But yeah, this dude was allegedly inappropriately touching his son. The is actually technically the daycare worker's son. So it was like a daycare that like a man and his wife owned, and then they had a son. And the son, I don't even think the son worked for them technically, and I think he had already gotten in trouble for stuff like this in the past, so he wasn't even supposed to be around kids or something, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, this dude, like I said, inappropriately touched his son. Cain Velasquez went to chase him down. He grabbed his bang. I've been using all these freaking words because YouTube's been at my throat lately, dude. They keep freaking demonetizing me and shadow ban, and gosh darn, bro. So shocking content's usually what I get. Profanity, which I've been editing out lately, but I guess just saying other weird stuff. and talking about gruesome events. It's just in my blood, baby. That's how we do things. Anyways, so Cain Velasquez chased this dude down. He went bang bang, and he actually didn't end up hitting the guy that did the crime. Allegedly did the crime. He unfortunately, I don't even think it's unfortunate, to be honest, because my thoughts on this is he ended up the father was driving the truck at the time, and he ended up getting hit with the thing that comes out of the bang bang, right? Can I say bullets? I don't know, with the bullet, right? I'm not upset about it, bro. And this might be controversial, but the way I see it is like, look, maybe the dad wasn't the one dilly-dallying the children, but he knew his son had a problem. He knew his son shouldn't have been around kids. It's like, why on earth would you allow that to happen? And it's like, something has to tell me that, like, I have a feeling that, like, the dad kind of maybe knew, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being weird and paranoid, but karma, bro. The karma. That's how I see it. The bullet hit him for a reason. But yeah, that was in November 2022. So he served about 4 years, I think. No, I think, when did he get sentenced? Oh, here's a picture of Cain in county, by the way. Let's, oh, my man, Cain, look, is that during COVID or something? Yeah, sad story. He rallied a lot of support. Honestly, like, even people outside the MMA world were disgusted by the outcome of what happened. I mean, I knew obviously he was gonna get some time because, I mean, he popped off a firearm and he shot people without any, like, they weren't threatening him or anything. So, but I was like, man, dude, I just felt really bad seeing something like that. And then just for the son to, like, nothing even happened to the son or the dad. I think the daycare shut down, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't even think that was, like, court ordered. I think it was just because of public outcry, It's an unfortunate event. He did some time. I was able to speak to Ian McCall recently. Ian McCall, featherweight, I think he was a top 5 fighter in the featherweight. He actually fought Demetrius Johnson. It was a good fight, close fight, lost, but it was a close fight. Rematch, not so close. But anyways, but he actually has a relationship with Cain. He has this thing. It's called, what's this company called? It's Fighters. Oh man, this is gonna kill me. Dude, anyways, Ian McCall, he's got an organization where they basically give fighters and veterans and anyone that's been in, like, combat sports or has any PTSD or CTE, they basically give them, like, mushrooms and DMT. They go on ayahuasca journeys. Just things that, like, and they actually study their brains too and stuff like that. There's, like, tests and stuff. There's, like, actual scientists and panels of scientists that run tests and stuff like that. But it's the whole point of this whole company is to help people with CTE or PTSD get over what their ailments and stuff. So he's still connected with a lot of these fighters because of it. But yeah, I spoke with them the other day and he told me Cain's doing good and everything's cool, man. He's back home and he's happy. So I'm happy for him. Hopefully maybe one day I can, get to meet him and have some words with him. I don't know. I invited him on the show, so we'll see. Or I told Ian to pass the word along, so we'll see. Ian's a good guy though, bro. Honestly, he looks out. Ian looks out for people, bro. So shout out to Ian McCall. But yeah, that's all I got. Try to keep it short. Where's my time at? I can't even see it right now. I don't know. What the frick's the time at? 40 minutes, damn, already. All right, so I'm just gonna end it with that. California sober, baby. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.